So didn't get as much response in India as compared to abroad. So I got like three responses during my time. One was from Unilever, one from L'Oreal, and other from Red Bull. But
Hello guys. Today I'm with my friend Ashita Yadav. So she came to UK directly from India under a sponsorship route. So I'm going to ask her how exactly she ended up being here in the UK without doing a masters in UK. So let's ask you introduce yourself saying what you did and how exactly you're here.
so hey guys, I'm Ashita Yadav. So I did my graduation in undergrad in food technology from Delhi University, and straight after that I went for masters in packaging technology from Indian Institute of Packaging. So packaging technology is very niche field. Only few of the university provide that master's degree. One of them is IIP, another one is MSU, Michigan University. So yeah, so it's a very niche field. That's why company hire from particularly that college. Um, while I was doing my masters, I did many internships, and then I was looking for a job. At the same point, my brother was doing his masters from Europe, and he was sending me all the pictures, and I was really jealous. So I started applying for abroad jobs as well, and he guided me on how to make CV.
Okay.
So yeah, completely fresher. So I started applying for jobs abroad. He gave me few tips, and then I landed a job at Unilever with sponsorship. So here I am.
Okay. So that's why so the first time when I met her was like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
So when she mentioned she came directly for a job, and I was like, even I was quite surprised because we all come here spending 30 lakhs to do our masters, then struggle to find a job. So there are so many things. But one more thing is, this is the first job. So let's take us through how exactly the process was. Like, let's say when from your application to getting your sponsorship here in the UK.
Yeah. So I it was a very old school method. I applied from LinkedIn itself.
LinkedIn? Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So I feel okay. Back 2 years back, it was working.
Yeah, so I applied through LinkedIn, and your CV should be appropriate for international jobs, I'd say. So my brother was giving me all the tips. For example, if you're applying for a fresher job, your CV should be only one pager. It should be precise to the point. Should have all the job requirements that is listed in the basically the posting that they post on LinkedIn. For example, if the posting says that there should be stakeholder management skills that you need to have, so you should mention any project that you did which had that
Assets.
skills and stuff. So these were like few points that he told me. So I um, made my CV according to that, and then I got like a Zoom meeting with them. So it was
Okay.
a three-step process. One was the technical round, which was very technical. They asked like situation-based questions, business-based questions, everything like that. Next was because I applied for an innovation role, but after my interview with them, they told that I was more for sustainability role. So I had another interview with one of the managers, my current line manager, and after that there was an HR round, and all the process regarding visa, sponsorship, and everything was done by Unilever. I had nothing to do in there. So
Okay.
yeah.
So how was the process? Because let's say people here, how did they agree to sponsor you? What was the process for that?
So I would say most of the MNC companies, at least during my time, was giving the sponsorship. So they asked me the question, "Do you have right to work over here?" And I said no. So they were like, "That's completely fine. We are ready to give you sponsorship because you're a good candidate, I guess."
Sorry guys, if anyone's watching it and getting triggered. See.
No, so basically depends on your CV, how your interview went, and everything. So they were ready to give me sponsorship. I didn't even give IELTS because if you have a certain, like if you have graduation from certain university, for example, Delhi University, so you don't have to give IELTS for that. You get a certificate which is more than enough for visa sponsorship.
Yeah, certain universities will have that. And how long does this whole process took?
So I was supposed to join. It started in May, I would say, and I was supposed to join in August, but my visa got delayed due to some transcripts and stuff. So I started in November. So almost I'd say 5 to 6 months was the whole process. But again, now the rules and regulations have changed, so the process is changed and everything is changed.
Okay.
So yeah.
I think for these kind of roles which are like very niche related, I think even still people will be like the companies will be looking for people.
Mhm.
And so if someone's looking at this right now, how would you suggest them to go and take the process? What exactly
I
should they
would
do?
suggest first of all prepare your CV in a way that it shouldn't only be your projects and everything. They look for soft skills.
Hmm.
They look for extracurricular activities that you have done. They obviously look for like where have you done your internships, and you need to make it very precise. They need to have all the things that they are looking for, and it's mentioned in the job description. So just make your CV according to that. Alter your CV again and again.
Okay.
After the CV process is done, in interview they mainly look for your personality, your soft skills, because they know that they can like the technical skills can be developed with time, but soft skills and personality is something that you need to have. So
Okay.
your curiosity, your eagerness to learn new things and stuff is what they're actually looking for in interviews.
Okay. And how many jobs did you apply for and how many interviews? I mean, this is something which I have. It's my personal question which I wanted to ask.
No. Because during that time I was desperate. I applied for I was continuously applying for like at least 20 jobs per day, but also including like India and abroad both.
Okay.
I also landed a job in India through my college, which was Perfectly, because this process was taking too much of time. So yeah, so didn't get as much response in India as compared to abroad. So I got like 3 responses during my time. One was from Unilever, one from L'Oreal, and other from Red Bull. But yeah, but L'Oreal and Red Bull were not giving sponsorship during that time. So
Oh, so yes, that too in you. I mean,
no, I
abroad.
think Red Bull was in Austria and
Okay.
L'Oreal was in Venus. They were not giving.
Okay.
The first question they asked was, "Do you have right to work?" And I said no. I was like, "Sorry, you're not getting sponsorship." And I was like,
Okay. So yeah, so I feel you had like pretty much so many job offers and UK was ready to sponsor you.
"Yeah,
That's nice. But yeah, guys, so there is always options like this as well. Like, you know, if you're looking to do a master's, I feel I made a video on how exactly you can get a full scholarship as well. And now you know there are options for you to directly come and work in the UK. Of course, people know it and people don't do research. So try researching and maybe make utilize of that opportunities first and then spend that 30 lakhs on your masters. 30 lakhs just for your masters and then it's your living cost, which is like again a 10 lakh per year. So try doing that. And I should actually say thanks for Ashita for, you know, I mean, it just took me almost 6 months to convince her to do this video. Okay, so I'm not gonna thank her right now. You know, literally, she made me like she ghosted me for quite some time. So, but yeah, anyway.
okay, we're gonna get on that page, right?" Yeah.
But yeah, once again, Ashita, thank you so much. In case if anyone's doing packaging or anyone's in her background, I can drop her LinkedIn. I think she's pretty fast in terms of responding in LinkedIn. Maybe give it a shot if she's response. It will be a bit helpful for people, you know.
All right, nice to meet you guys.
Bye guys. Thank you. See you guys in next video.